Hey, next hacks is tomorrow. Very, very excited. Just to be frank, what I'm thinking is I'm going to leave my team right now. My team is four people, including me, and we have a couple ideas we want to execute on. One of them is a world model project. But my thing is that I've decided a couple weeks ago, I think right before 2026, I decided at next hacks, I'm not just going there to win, not just going there to get first place, but to debut an amazing world model project and win with that. I want to be very frank with them that I'm not really interested in anything else. I think that's unfair as an individual in a team to say, hey, I'm going to be an anchor on this idea because that's not how teams are meant to work. They're meant to be pivoting, executing all of that. But that's not I don't. That's not what I intend to do. So I don't want to be that limitation to the team. So I'm going to say, hey guys, I'm going to leave. I just don't know how to say it because it feels weird and it feels very tantrum-y. Where it's like, oh guys, if you guys don't pick my idea, I'm going to leave. I like because to be fair, originally the idea is the reason why I do it up with someone. Team just start expanding from there. I just don't know what to say. Um, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. They're cool people, so I'll try and remain friends with them. Besides that, though, originally my plan for next hacks was to submit to the Rome track. Rome is a company that was supposedly sponsoring, and they basically do world model games. Like they just create games through text. Like let's say I say make a quick Batman platform. I could do that for your phone. Make a Mario X Batman X Flowers X Flappy Birds fighter, blaster, whatever, it can do that. However, a couple things. When I saw the email that said Rome was a sponsor, that's a tentative sponsor price tracks. So that could change. Second thing, NextHacks did a revamp of their website. I'm looking at the sponsors, and I'm failing to see Rome. It could be a limitation of my eyes, but I'm just failing to see them on the sponsor list. And third thing, really great company. Really want to. I would love to work for them. Their website was not. Some stuff for the website wasn't as functional. So I think they're a much smaller team. A lot of them don't seem to be based in the U.S. besides like one or two. So I don't know if that's going to be the case with like these show up to next act. So I would not be surprised if they don't. So right now my plan is just to assume they're not coming. With that being said, though, what's going to happen is that I'm going to more so focus on the education price track. With education, what I really think this world model project could be is basically like, okay, you're a student who wants to learn like Schrödinger's, however you say it, Schrödinger's equation. You basically create a quick game. Like you say, I want to learn this, then the model creates a quick game, does all of that, and then you can learn, you can adjust, so you can say, I want to learn this, I want to learn this. And it could be a really fun way. I think it'll be really cool to show off. Um, I think it'll be really cool, right? I think that'll fit really well with the education track. I do imagine a lot of stuff in the education track may be copy pasta in the sense of where it's like it's the same idea regurgitated over and over again. So I think that might help. I was looking at the color stack hackathon, winter hackathon, and there were a lot of good ideas, but I do think a lot of the ideas did seem similar to previous hackathons, and that's obviously a good thing that people are realizing the same bottlenecks are seeing in the same things, the same trends, and they're executing on that. So that obviously makes sense. But I also do think you may, and also heard it's a good and bad, obviously, to have something that's not as common. But also there's a reason it's not as common. So we'll see. We'll find out the reason in a couple hours, in 24 hours, I believe. Um, but yeah, in terms of worries, I think right now I have two limitations that really worry me. The first is a more so physical, not physical, I guess theoretical, fundamental limitation that I know the tech stack I'm going to use. I know all this stuff. I know I've answered my theories about what needs to work for this to go amazingly well. But then I'm really, really worried I'm going to encounter something that's like, okay, this is a fundamental principle to your idea, and it's just not able to be done with the Godot engine or some part of the core tech stack. And that's going to be a really, really big hurdle to overcome in a couple hours. So that's a big limitation I'm worried about because that could just be something where it like takes 8 hours, 12 hours, whatever. Another limitation is a physical limitation in the sense that where I know my body, especially if I'm going solo, I know the limitations of my body. I've been feeling much more tired recently. Sometimes I'm able to pull off some great all nighters, but as of recent, I just don't have it in me. So maybe I do just maybe really deep. But I'm really, really worried that as a solo developer doing a 24-hour hackathon, which I haven't done before, this may be something where it's like, oh, like I lose a bunch of hours just like dozing off, right? So I think I'm really going to cut off on the Instagram. Just probably just do some Oppenheimer soundtrack to keep myself in that like locked in mindset, not really rely on Instagram edits. So I think that might help because also with like when I get tired, it's much more susceptible. Can't speak. I'm much more susceptible to doom scrolling. So hopefully, without Instagram and maybe deleting Twitter, I'll be able to stay long doing it for longer. If there's free snacks though, if there's free snacks, I feel like I'm good to go. Like if there's free snacks, I feel like this is already done. Like the competition is done. I can stay up for like 50 hours with free snacks. But yeah, back to the point. Next hacks, I do think, just based off what I've seen from like Tartan hacks, what I've seen from this Color Stack hackathon that just finished today, and other hackathons I've been to. Like I said, it's gonna be a really hard hackathon. It's one at CMU. I know all eyes are gonna be on CMU. I'm already seeing like a lot of big companies sponsoring this, and they're gonna have the recruiters there. That being said, what I expect from the projects, I expect a good number of robotics projects. I do expect that to get the most attention because robotics are a really great way to say, "Oh, dang, look what you did for 24 hours." Like that's something that we expect to get a lot of attention, especially with wearables and embodied AI. I think a lot of people at CME would be really, really good at that. So maybe some stuff with AR glasses. I know, yeah, AR glasses, maybe some vision stuff. That would be really, really big. Another one I expected this big is like multi-agentic and maybe AI security. I think a big chunk of the multi-agentic one, like maybe 25 to 50%. Now, I know that's a broad category, but I think a good chunk of those are going to be copy pasted. So I'm not too worried about that. Um, in general, I also think a lot of them are going to be copy pasted, but I don't know because this is the biggest hackathon I've been to. I really don't know what to expect from the competition because it's like a very competitive one. Um, I just don't know. Like, I don't want to underestimate the competition. I don't think I get much from doing that. But I also want to understand the field in which I'm competing to know, like, when it comes to like the polishing, like, is there certain stuff I should emphasize? Is there certain stuff I should um, under emphasize? I don't even know, understate. But we'll see. I don't think that's something that should really take up too much brain space. I'll just keep at it. I don't know if there's anything else to say besides I pray I win this hackathon. I pray I can win it with a world model project. And besides that, I have nothing else to say. So, have a great day.